Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Glory of the Giants here on Swindler's Den. We are back with our gang here. But before we get into the game, of course, we introduce our players. So first and foremost, we have Grizlocke.
Hey everybody, I'm Grizlocke. Welcome to Swindler's Den. You can find me here all the time and on YouTube and Twitch under the name Grizlocke. Sometimes, who knows? Hi, I'll be playing Kelborn Kerrigan, the half-elf ranger fighter, and all-around thrower of bottles into the ocean. I don't know, litterer.
All-around litterer. Speaking of litterers, we got barely caffeine.
Hey, that bottle in the ocean is my cranberry juice, because that's the best juice of all. I'm barely caffeinated, and you can find me over at Crits and Coffee, where I am currently running the Phandelver and Below the Shattered Obelisk campaign. We're about to head into chapter 2 here very soon. And by chapter 2, I mean the second half. The actual Shattered Obelisk part. So anyway, come check it out. We're also finishing up our Baldur's Gate 3 Honor Mode. So check that out on Honor Mode Mondays around 8 EST. Tonight, I am playing as Siegfried, the Aasimar cleric.
Speaking of being in the second part, we have DrPhage.
I'm entering the second part of my life. I'm DrPhage. You can find me online.
He's going through his midlife crisis.
Find me on Twitter at Little Growth. I'm also on Crits and Coffee playing Shattered Obelisk. Over on Interdimensional Library and Gluttony and Earth. We're doing very fun things over there. But tonight, I will be playing Benjamin Koalana Jr., the half-elf sorcerer warlock.
Yeah, we just recorded our 100th episode on Gluttony and Earth. It won't be a while till it comes out, but we did just record it. Speaking of 100 episodes, we have Kyle.
Hey, it's me, 100 episodes. It's me, Kyle. You cannot find me anywhere. Don't try it. I'm hiding.
Not even.
We're playing hide and seek. But today I'll be playing Faerun, the half-elf fighter paladin.
And last time on Glory of the Giants, our shipwrecked crew, we're finishing up their, I was going to say shipwrecked sailors for the alliteration, did I just say crew anyway? We finished their fight against the Leviathan, getting down to the last HP points of both the ship and the legendary elemental itself, but we're able to overcome in the last moments. And as the Leviathan faded away, Benjamin swam after the two sapphires that remained from its demise and pocketed one and gave the other to the captain, Captain Foggy, as they began sailing towards their destination of Maelstrom. As they got closer, the group was a little unsure of what their next plans were, but Captain Foggy was all gung-ho to go ahead, so not waiting for deliberation from the group, Captain Foggy sailed into the Maelstrom, unfortunately destroying the ship as they fell down the giant whirlpool to the bottom of Maelstrom, smashing the ship against the rocks as they went. Fortunately, they were able to save a couple of the sailors. I believe it was like 5 or 6. I thought it was more in the moment. It was much less. Let's see. Oh yeah, you guys you have 6 left, including Captain Foggy and Johnny, and 2 of them got chucked into the Feywild to figure it out from there. But this is where we rejoin our group now at the bottom of this giant whirlpool. The bottom of this place it's not dry, but you're not in water anymore. Like the rock underneath you is wet and covered in barnacles and smaller sea life. But you are like all around you is this wall of water falling down and draining into this drain underneath you, about 120 feet high. You can see on the floor you're on, there are 4 different like archways that are being protected by this water. And then there is a large walkway leading up to a second row of doors above there.
So there's only 2 levels.
Yes.
Okay. I think Benjamin is horrified at the death of all the remaining crew, but we got shit to do, unfortunately. So, first thing I'm gonna do is have Huey turn into a bird invisibly and fly up to the second level then and start trying to scout as much as possible. I don't know where he'll be able to get into, if any doors are open or if any doors have like big enough openings for him to scuttle through.
I will say, as he goes up as well, does seem to be a third level, but there aren't doorways. There's large windows.
Okay.
So if Huey's flying around, where do you want him to look first?
Oh, I figured, which maybe to leave it up to your discretion, I was just going to have him scout, and if he felt like he found anything of interest, of like treasure rooms, bedrooms, like things of note, to then just like let me know, and I would hop into his eyes so we can kind of do like double duty of scouting, so we can do stuff down here while he's scouting up above.
Okay. While he is doing that, what are your guys' plans?
Handling my owlbear for comfort.
Are there just
They are
splattered corpses all around us?
I
Oh
was just
my
about to
goodness.
say, there are splattered corpses all around you as well. Oh, that was quite the fall, mates. What do we think about that one?
Not great, not great.
Yeah, I've had better sailing in my days, but easy come, easy go, they say. I do miss the old girl already.
I am also going to use a bonus action to get another spell slot back to convert sorcery points into spell slots.
All right.
I would like to offer a quick prayer of passage for them.
Go about it, mate.
It'll be brief, I promise. And Siegfried will just go on and pray over the bodies really quick, or what's left of them anyway.
As you're doing your prayer, what is everybody's passives? Just so I have it in my head. Passive perceptions.
17.
Ooh.
14.
Oh,
Passive perception, right? That's what you said?
Yeah.
I looked at my passive insight at first and was very excited, but my passive perception's only an 11.
Mine is 20.
All right.
Dang.
I'm joking. 14 is 14.
I was gonna say.
I just wrote you off because I knew Kelborn's was the highest, so I just was not listening. I'm going to be honest. But yeah, as Siegfried's wrapping up this prayer, Kelborn, you do begin to hear like clicking, scuttling against the rock in one of the archways behind you, and it seems to be moving towards you.
Does it sound like chonky clicking, like something big?
It sounds like big, yeah.
Oh, there's something coming from over there.
We should go into.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, we should try to get into a different doorway then. I mean, the quicker we can get out of here, the better. This feels like it is really the belly of the beast for anything that can happen to us.
Hey, which one? You choose.
Also, updates, patch notes. There are 5 doors on each level, not 4.
Okay.
Oh, that was a quick patch note.
Do we see? There's 5 doors on this floor, correct? You're saying?
Yes.
Okay. What is there any symbols or anything like at a quick glance on the outsides of them? Distinguishing
There's
features.
no symbols, but give me perception.
I
do that as well.
Yes.
So like they do say like coral is the flowers of the ocean.
I will not give you your ranger.
Okay, well then mine was a really bad roll, so I don't want to talk
I
about it.
should have just given you advantage. I already rolled though. I got a 5.
And what did you get, Kelborn?
I got I got a 10.
All right.
Double
Even
digits.
with those, you'll
Sorry,
be
an
able to
11.
11. There aren't like specific like go here to get to this place or whatever. But the archway where this noise is coming from seems like more dingy. It's not like super intricate or anything. And a lot of it is that water is constantly falling on these archways, so it's constantly eroding anything that would be there. But if you're looking at the one where the noise is coming from, to the right of that, there seems to be a much more intricate archway. To the left of that, and to the two behind you, they're more well built than the one in front of you, but they're not as intricate as the one to your, I'll say your right.
That one's fancy. That's also the one where the noise is coming from?
No, the one the noise is coming from is to the left of the fancy one.
Noise there. Fancy one there. What do we think?
And then the rest are just like sturdy but nondescript.
Yep, they're well made, and there's some thought put into them, but they're not as well made as the one that Kelborn's pointing at.
Instinct says go for the fanciest doors all the time.
All right.
Okay, bougie.
All right, you want us to follow you, mate?
Yeah. Yep. Follow us.
I don't know if it'll be safer, but it's your best chance of surviving.
All right, you all begin to run towards this this archway. As you make it to it, there are these large iron bars creating a portcullis in the way, but it does look like you can slip through it if you make attempt to do so.
Yeah, I'll try slipping through the bars.
All right, it is a dexterity check then, please.
Come on. It's a 6.
I wanna push Benjamin. Can I?
Do it with advantage.
Jeez, that's only a 10.
Ooh.
I'm rolling like shit
A
tonight.
10 is enough to slip through, though. Benjamin slides through as Kelborn runs up and rams into him, and he just pops through.
I'll try and slip in behind him.
Yeah, I'll
Go ahead
help
and roll your
on the other side, pulling people through.
Nice. You roll your dex save, and as you guys are starting to make your way through, those in the back can see the things that are moving into the room behind you now. These two enormous crabs come in. Each of them have this like large canvas material on their back, and they begin picking through the shipwreck that is
These bastards.
picking through the shipwreck to look for things. They're like moving boards, and they kind of pick at the bodies for a second. Yeah, what's Kelborn's roll?
Was it? Did you say a save or just? I would just think a
It's
regular
a normal
roll.
check.
Okay, so that's a 13.
Yep, Kelborn slides through unnoticed so far by the crabs.
12 from Siegfried.
Siegfried slides through unnoticed.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
pull Kev Horn from the other side in.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a dirty 20.
I go to do that and I see that he's fine.
And then the crew are able to slide through easily enough too without alerting the crabs. So the crabs just continue sifting through your shipwreck.
Oh, wait. The cheese chest.
It's too late.
No.
It's too late.
No.
One picks up the cheese and eats it, just playing with it in its mandibles.
You fucker.
Where's the owl bear in all this?
The owlbear made it through with you guys.
Owlbear's
Yeah,
fine.
she has plot armor until she does something.
Okay.
That's why I didn't waste a feather fall on her, because I was like, she'll survive.
She's got feathers.
She is bumped on the ground. Hoot. All right. So you enter this room now safe from those crabs. And you begin to look around, I can only assume.
Yes, I am also going to have, because I can cast it at will, detect magic up.
All right. Yeah, you put up a detect magic. As you look around this room, there you can see that magic instantly pings as a rune is carved into the far side of this room's floor in the corner. as far as what kind of magic that is, of course, I didn't pull up the magic class goals.
I know. It's the worst part about detect magic.
I think you might know what it is for, though. Let's
Either
see.
evocation or abjuration.
I don't know what those mean because I'm an idiot. Conjuration.
Conjuration.
I believe so. Let's see. Let me make sure I look at the other version of this spell. I might have just been grabbing one that only does it that way. Conjuration, yeah. Conjuration magic. On this rune in the far corner of the room. And then in this room as well, directly in front of you is a large pool that sits in the middle of the floor. And then there's also a staircase right next to this pool. On either side of the rune, on the far side of the room, there is 2 hallways.
Okay.
What is that rune you're looking at there? So you
Can I mean, it's magical. Can I try to do an Arcana check on it
Yes.
to get an idea of what it might be?
That or history. Because it does seem to be a giant rune.
If it's
Oh, history is better for me.
Can I help as Siegfried tries to also decipher?
Yes.
I mean, if it ends up
difficulty.
looking sketchy,
Ooh.
I can dispel. You know, I can send Finksy over there. Finksy, are you alive?
Yeah.
I can send Finksy over there.
This is a rune for teleportation.
We need to be quick. This is a teleportation circle, which means the queen or any of the sisters could get here almost instantaneously.
Wonderful.
Should I dispel it?
I don't think you can.
No?
You could try. I don't know. I mean, regardless, I think this is familiar enough that they'd be able to get here anyways.
Who?
Like, this is their house, so I'm assuming with a natural 20 I get a good idea of how this would work regardless.
Yeah, it might take them like a little bit more magic to do it, but they would be able to find another way to get here quickly.
Okay. I'll hold on
think
to
if-
that.
Yeah.
Or this
other
might not be
things-
the only one either.
Yeah, other things might be magically trapped, so it might be useful elsewhere. I guess odds that the vault that they're storing everything is on the bottom level, or do we want to go up a level right away? It's- Sorry, I'll let you think.
No,
I have another thought.
I don't know. I think that makes sense. The bottom would make sense.
Okay.
I agree.
How deep is the pool next to the staircase?
It seems to go further than your vision.
Okay. I hesitate to say this. I'm going to jump into the pool to explore a little bit. It goes further than what I can see. If you guys want to start looking down some of the hallways, I'll report back.
Okay.
No, it's very scary.
There's 2 hallways, right?
Yes.
If
Staircase up.
we're gonna split up, there's 3 ways, 4 of us. Should one of us double up?
We can take a hallway too.
I don't know about that.
Also,
Maybe
I could go with you down the water.
one of us should stay here in case.
That's a good idea too, though, Siegfried, to have one person stay here at the center.
Perhaps I should stay in the middle. That way I'm in between all of you.
Siegfried stays in the middle. Me and the boyos go up north. Kelborn goes to the east, and the other two boys go down the water pipe. Got it?
Well, you're the captain, so
Aye.
I'm not gonna. Fine. We don't have. We don't have much time to argue these things. I'll jump in the water.
I'll go east.
All right, Kelborn, do you join?
I don't want to leave them by themselves.
Why not?
They're gonna fuck something up, but like I also don't want to leave Benjamin behind.
Benjamin's fine. He's a big.
Have we ever figured out? Are we able to give people spores? Is that an ability we ever
You're
had?
not able to do that.
Okay.
You're not able to do that, no.
It makes sense. I'm gonna go with the crew.
All right.
Okay.
You're gonna head with the crew up north. Let's start with Benjamin. Benjamin, you begin swimming down this tunnel. It is a very wide tunnel, big enough for something larger than giants to get through. And as you're making your way, you do get word from Huey. Well, I didn't go too far, but the top floor seems to be very nice rooms, except for one I couldn't see in, very foggy in there. And second floor, I didn't go too far. There was like a water pipe, and there was like a water room full of sharks, and like another one with a fancy statue, and another one that was just like a sitting room. Oh, and the bottom floor, there's like rooms with whales in them.
Okay, so there's. Sorry. So the top level, lots of fancy rooms, one of them full of fog.
Yeah.
Second level, there's a water pipe, and then there's also a room full of sharks and a room full of whales.
No, the whales are on the bottom floor. Second floor has the water pipe, the sharks, a room with a statue, another dry room, and a sitting room. And I didn't go further past those. But the bottom floor has the three rooms with whales, the crabs, and the room you're in.
Okay. I might be going to one of the whale rooms. And I'll like effectively like have him disappear, and then I'll resummon him later. Like I disappear him to the pocket plane.
As you disappear him back to his realm, you begin to feel the water start to pull you as a current begins to form, trying to pull you out of further into the tunnel.
Oh, I think if I start feeling a current, I backtrack.
All right, give me a strength saving throw, please.
Oh,
no,
Lord.
You're gonna get flushed, dude.
Okay, so that's an 8.
Okay. Do you have a way to get out of this current, or are you about to get flushed?
I will use. Would Misty Step get me far enough back?
Yes, if you use Misty Step, you get far enough back before the current starts to get away from it.
Okay. Yeah, and then I'll just make my way back up.
All right, you begin swimming away before you can get swept out to sea or recycled back into the maelstrom itself. You're not quite sure where that would have ended, but you swim back up towards the opening. Let's go over to Kelborn. Kelborn, as you walk down this hallway, you see at the end of the hall, there is a large statue that depicts something, obviously. Why don't you tell me right away? I gotta go backwards. Depicts a statue of a masculine storm giant blowing into a pink and blue conch shell. There are then 2 giant-sized doors to your right along the hallway. It's not a very long hallway.
Okay. Is the giant statue particularly facing one of the doors in particular, or no?
Nope.
Just
So
kinda
the giant statue
facing
will be at the
directly
end of the
down
hall.
at me.
Yeah, so you're looking at it, and then on the right there's the 2 doors.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the one closest to the statue.
All right. You walk up to this door and look up at the door handle that is above you.
Oh boy. That's Is there a
About
crack?
13 feet above the floor.
Is there a crack under
There
the
is
door?
a crack, but it's not big enough for you to get under.
Can I see under it?
If you put your face flush to the door floor, you can.
I
Yeah.
do that.
All right, give
Get
me a
down.
perception check.
Ooh, that's good. Be 23.
A 23. You see that this seems to be set up as like a guest quarters. There are enormous beds in there, as well as like a large water basin. There seems to be some food already set out.
Are they water beds?
They're not water beds.
Oh,
No.
okay. But do they look recently occupied? Like the sheets look maybe rustled at
Nope.
all, or no? Okay. I'll
They
go.
look very well put together, and the food looks like food that could sit for a day and be fine. It's like
Yeah.
crackers and stuff, but it looks like they replace it.
Okay. And I just start like army crawling to the next door and seeing if I can see
you-
under that one.
You do so, and I won't even have you do a roll for it. It looks basically the same, kind of like mirrored, but looks like another guest room.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do one last thing before I hand it off because I think I went down the wrong way.
Right.
I just want to take a look at the statue and see if there's anything I think mechanically might, like if the statue might like click into place and like a door might appear if it's, you know, some sort of mechanism as opposed to just a statue.
Yeah. Give me give me investigation.
Not great. That's a 6.
6. Like outside of the conch looking like it's an actual conch shell rather than the marble the statue's made of, nothing really pops out at you.
Okay, now you have my curiosity though. I'm gonna try and climb the statue, and I do have a climb
Alright.
speed.
Oh, there you go.
Remember?
It should be easy enough then.
Apparently, I took athlete or something.
Yeah,
some
you
reason.
climb up this this tall statue. It's about a little over 20 feet tall. You climb up to the conch.
I'm gonna see if I
being
can
held.
pry the conch free of the hand or not.
Yeah, give me an athletics check.
It's math is hard. It's a 18.
An 18. You get it to wiggle a bit, but it doesn't quite pop out.
Okay, I'm gonna try one more time, but can I get swole? I go into my giant form, so I'm wasting a resource for this. If that makes
go
you
into
feel
giant
better.
form. It does. It does. I've gotten
Okay.
one resource out of each of you so far.
All right, let me see if the resource gives me advantage or anything. I think it does. Become large. You have advantage on strength checks and saves. No, dude, what? I rolled 2 5s. I rolled worse, so I guess it wasn't meant to be.
Yeah, as you like try to pull this conch out, you hear it crack as you're trying to pull it, and it snaps inside the hand. So you're just holding half of this conch shell.
Oh, I broke. Oh no. Oh, and I tried to put it back, and it just kind of flops.
You kind of like set it on top of the hand, climb back down.
I climb back down, and I'll just report back to Siegfried since he's in the middle. Or I'll say it to everybody. I'm on my way back to the center. Nothing down the east corridor.
All right, then we will join Kevhorn and the boys, heading to the north hallway.
I will say I've used the cleansing orb.
Okay.
On both me and my owlbear, and I'm carrying my owlbear like a baby.
As you make your way down this hallway, you also see a life-size statue of a female storm giant, holding a harp and wearing a gown of purple coral. As you approach this hall, so that statue's at the end of the hall, and then on either side of the statue there is a large door. Oh, what do you think? Which way should we go, mate?
I'm pretty sure both doors are locked.
You never know until you try.
Okay, I'll try the left door.
All right, you walk up to the left door, and the handle is 13 feet above you.
Could I try... Wait, you said 13?
Yep.
Oh, easy. Echo.
All right, you send your echo up there. And what does this echo do?
I will try have better me than him, or better him than me. I will have him try to open the doorknob by wedging himself against the side, the frame of the door, and try turning it.
All right, yeah, it's more of like a latch, but you can like summon him in between the latch and the frame and have him push it up, and he pushes it up.
Well, I look at the hinges. Is it a pull or a push?
It's a push.
It's a push. Okay, I'll try push.
All right, give me athletics.
That is a 22.
Yeah, you begin pushing this stone door open, and see what is beyond it. You see three large beds against the wall to your left, and another door on the far side of the room. You also see, as in all the rooms you've been in, there is this, like, there's torches on the walls with burning blue flames in them.
That door could just be a closet. Could I peek underneath the door to see if the other one on the other side of the statue is the same thing?
Yeah, you peek under and you see it's much smaller than the one you opened, just one bed in there, but it seems to be a guest room.
Okay, I'm curious. I'll open the door inside that room that I opened.
That one? You send the
Yeah.
echo up there again?
Yeah.
All right, he unlatches it. Give me athletics.
That is a 27.
Yep, you push it open, and you see a room full of crates and barrels. Each of these crates and barrels being larger than you.
Well, this was boring. I wanted treasure. I'll report back to the other guys in Spores. Just a couple of bedrooms. Nothing of interest.
Huey, I don't think there's going to be much else down here. Huey said there's rooms with whales in them on the
Well,
bottom
I want
floor.
whales. I want to see whales.
No, we don't have time for whales. I'm sorry.
I like whales. Whales.
The second level had a room full of sharks, a room with a statue. There was a dry room and then a sitting room. And then the top floor had lots of fancy rooms, and then one room that was filled with fog.
Didn't one of the... Am I here? Was this... Sorry.
You could be in Spores, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't there another place that did fog or something for their treasure room? Was it the Cloud Giants? Wasn't there fog in
They
there
had,
or
like,
something?
Poison?
I don't know.
It
I'm
was like
feeling
a poison cloud?
I'm feeling
Yeah,
the
there was
fog
a
room.
cloud.
Okay, we have to get up to the top floor then. I don't disagree.
Which I'll let you know this is what, because there was the ledge for the second floor. There's no ledge for the floor. It's just windows.
Yeah, I think we have to take... Because I'm assuming this staircase leads to the second floor. Could very well lead all the way up to the third. If these are I'm assuming we've either met up or shared information. If these are guest quarters, it would make sense that it could potentially go all the way up to the 3rd floor.
Hey.
Start trying to go up the stairs.
All right, you begin to climb the stairs. As-
I'll help Sieg.
You
I'll send
go
Huey up ahead of us on the stairs just to do light scouting to let us know if there's any people at the top of the staircase.
All right, he begins to fly up. So each of these steps is 4 feet tall, 4 feet wide. So it takes you some time to climb them, but I do need athletics checks from everybody.
Could I summon my echo to also help Benjamin?
Yes. I will have, so with all of this, I'll have Kevhorn roll this with disadvantage, but Siegfried and Benjamin get advantage.
Well, I'm at flat because I have a tummy ache from my bracelet.
Not the tummy ache. But we're rolling athletics?
Yes.
I got a 13, which isn't too bad for a -1.
Yeah.
I also rolled a 13.
13. What's
17. Sorry.
17 for Kelvin? That's all right.
I rolled a 9 and a 9 for
A 9
Oh.
and a 9. So as you are climbing these, Siegfried, you're going to take a level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
But you will hear back from Huey pretty quickly. As he goes, I hear music.
Can you go fly towards the music? See what it is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's flying up, and before too long, you guys begin hearing the music as well. And you will hear back from Huey. I think I'm looking in the room now.
What do you see? Oh, I'll look through his eyes. What am I doing?
So as you look through his eyes, you hear this music very clearly. Like it's like organ music. This very deep, somber notes. And as you look around, you see the source of this. A large pipe organ made out of coral is being played by this enormous octopus, as it is pushing each of the pedals and the keys of the organ, making this noise. It's up. This pedal is up. Or pedal. This organ is up against a large window that overlooks the ocean. And that you can see there's like a large sitting area. This seems almost like a concert hall. And there's another staircase in this room that is guarded by 2 storm giants. And also see that this amphitheater-like room has 2 doorways that go opposite ways.
Unless we can find an alternate way, wherever the music is coming from, there's a staircase leading up, but it is guarded. Which also makes me think that it is more likely the place we need to go.
Right. I'm in agreement.
I need to catch my breath.
Why don't you just sprout your wings?
Well, it only lasts a minute.
Oh.
And I can only do it once a day.
Yeah, I can only get really big for a minute too, so I understand. Not like that. Guys, come on.
Oh, I know what you're saying, boy.
See, the captain understands.
They probably make a medicine for
I
that.
get it all.
Any plans for getting around the guards without stirring them?
Let me look at my spells.
I can try and confuse one, but the other will probably... I don't confusion has like I think you have to say stuff when you try to confuse someone, so it'd be pretty obvious for the second guard.
I can try to charm both of them. I can hit both.
Might be our best chance. How long does that last if it works?
An hour.
Oh. Could be in and out in an hour. Right?
I think so. We could at least get up to the third floor. Okay. Are we ready if this goes south?
It always does. So yeah.
Aye, mate.
Okay.
I did notice while I was going down the east hallway that there was a broken conch shell statue.
Interesting.
So you could throw that in there like, oh, they're going to be so mad if you... I'm giving you the heads up as their friend that if you don't go fix that right now, there's going to be a problem.
We are... And, like, speaking to, like, everyone, including the pirates. 1, the less you say, the better. 2...
Got it, mate.
We are spies from Neverwinter. We're meeting the queen here later. So we just need to get upstairs to wait in one of the sitting rooms up there until she returns.
Aye, y'all didn't tell me you're spies for the queen. That's kind of crazy.
Remember, less words.
Yep.
Aye, got it. So less words, the better. Mum's the word, mate.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards the room with the pipe organ music.
All right, you continue to climb up this enormous stairwell. And you reach the top after a long time. About 50 feet of climbing, a little bit more. And you see this enormous room. Giant octopus is playing this organ, and there's like these large, almost like clam-shaped seats in this sunken area that you're standing in. The crab and the organ, the octopus and the organ are up on this a raised platform, looking out into the ocean as they play. And the 2 guards are up there as well. That is where the doorway is for the next stairwell. Otherwise, there is a hallway to your right and left. And Huey didn't see it right away, but there is also a pool in the center of this room.
Interesting. I'm going to send Huey, because he's invisible. I'm going to send him up the staircase to continue scouting up there.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm going to, as confidently as possible, walk forward until I'm within 30 feet of these guards.
All right. You walk towards them.
And as I am casting Charm Monster on both of them, because I'm casting it at a 5th level, which means I can target 1 additional creature.
Mm-hmm.
I am also using 2 charges of my keepsake to give them disadvantage on this saving throw.
All right.
They need to do a DC 18 wisdom saving throw. I don't love that face. I don't know what it means.
What do you say as you were casting?
Excuse me. this is my first time here, but we have a meeting later on today with the Queen, and we were told to find the guards, and you would lead us upstairs to one of the reception areas where we can wait for her.
There's a as the octopus stops playing the organ, missing a few notes on the way, and the storm giants turn to look at you. Just, I didn't know the Queen had was coming back to Maelstrom today, much less had visitors.
Does the Queen share all of her business with you?
I suppose not, small folk. But I just have questions is all, but I won't ask them. I know my place. Where are you to meet her?
She said one of the reception areas on the 3rd floor.
There are no reception areas on the 3rd floor, but there is her... I want to get the right word for this. Let me look at my brain place. Not a storage room. That'd be dumb.
Our treasure vault,
Treasure vault.
where we keep our.
What worry?
She does have like a hall upstairs that she could meet you in, I suppose.
She likely meant that then. I may be misremembering exactly what she said, but
No, she meant the den. There's a den. Up
yes.
there. All right. Yes. If you want to just head right on up the stairs, there's a guard up there who will show you the way.
If you could give us some slight assistance, these stairs aren't exactly made for us. We'd greatly appreciate it.
Oh, of course, of course. How rude. How rude. Oral, pick up some of them. I'll get the others.
What was that name?
Thank you very much. And what was your name?
Oral. Of course, my name was Asbjorn. 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 But the O has a slash through it.
Asbjorn and Oro?
Oral.
Oral.
Like the
Okay, thank you.
Ice Queen.
No, like this guy. ORL. Oral.
Yes.
They walk over to all of you and put their hand down to have you step on it.
No hesitation.
Puppies.
Benjamin steps on it. Like, he's just like, everyone, I'm hoping everyone's going to follow my lead on this.
Siegfried will
I can't
follow,
believe we're
and
getting
he's
to
like
ride a giant
sweating.
hand. Go ahead. What'd Siegfried say, sorry?
I said Siegfried will follow, but he is like sweating, gritting
Okay.
teeth.
See, you got to stick with me for a little bit longer on this lion journey.
As they begin to carry you up this long stairwell once again. But you have a ride this time, so it is not going to impose any kind of checks. You make it up the staircase, and you get to a hall, a magnificent hall, if you will. Why did I flip so many pages? Question we have to ask ourselves here. As you make it to the top of the staircase, you see a magnificent hall with ceiling. In the center of this hall stands a storm giant stiffly. As he looks at the two guards ascending, carrying all of you, you will see his arms are crossed, looks a little bit more well ordained than the others, the two that are carrying you. What's the meaning of this, you two? Why you bring small folk up here? Well, they have meeting with the Queen, of course. The Queen isn't set to return, and she won't be meeting with small folk. What's the meaning of this?
Are you aware of your liege's plans on every moment of every day? You're fighting a war against small folk. Things can change very quickly. We have important information to relay to her, and she said to meet us here.
Give me persuasion, please.
I'm gonna throw up.
We're roll badly, and we're about to just get clapped.
I didn't roll badly.
What'd you get?
That's a 31.
I suppose I don't know all the ins and outs, or what Every plan is. Well, where's she to be meeting you?
The den.
All right, you know where it is. Keep an eye on them. And they will carry you over to the doorway that is on the far side of this hall on the right.
I'm hoping no one's in this den.
One of them opens the door and sets you all down on the floor inside. Inside of this room, a wide crystal window affords a majestic view of the vortex that you all dropped down. And you can see there are these large like clamshells. It's like the elongated clamshells that are opened, and they have the iridescent shell on the inside, and the large red cushions sitting on the bottom part of the clam. And they are looking at the window. Mounted on the north wall of the den are the stuffed heads of an adult red dragon, an adult white dragon, and an adult turtle dragon. The walls are also further festooned with spears, tridents, and nets sized for a storm giant, all on proud display.
There's no other doors out of this room?
Nope, it's just the one door that the two storm giants are standing in that you have charmed. And then beyond that, another storm giant guard who has just been persuaded.
It was a long journey to get down here. If we were looking for the restroom, where might we find it?
Aye, mate, I gotta take a piss. Restrooms would be... Well, there's one up here, but you can't use it.
Oh, why not?
Well, it's for the king and queen, not for you.
I won't tell her.
Well, she'll know.
Okay. Okay, understandable.
We could bring you down to the other floor to bring you to guest restrooms.
All three of you?
No, you're so small. Only one would need to take you.
That's why I was wondering. You said we, so
we in the... What's the word for single version of we?
Him?
No, we in the
weeness.
You? I don't know. Like
there's like a
Why?
In the whatever for.
Either way, it's okay for now.
The
but
royal sense, I guess. I don't know. Is that how they say it?
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah,
I was
like
thinking
that.
backwards. All right. Yeah. At some point, I may have to do that, but I'm going to, settle down with my comrades here and, talk over the day and our meeting. Get prepared for it.
All right. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. We'll be right here.
Okay.
Didn't the queen say this was like very personal, important matters, Benjamin?
Yes.
Okay.
They close the door and stand outside of it.
Okay. I'm gonna have Huey continue to scout this level now to see if he can find anything that is of note.
All right. You look around in this area.
The plan, guys. The plan is we have one sailor asked to go to the bathroom, staggered, so that all three of the giants.
Okay. I am going to, because charm monster isn't concentration. So I am just going to make sure and do detect magic and just like make a lap of the room to make sure that there isn't anything magically hidden in here.
All right. What's everybody else doing?
Crying.
I'm useless in this situation. I don't have anything.
I guess Siegfried is just going to survey the area, kind of looking for just anything of note.
All right. Give me investigation.
This is the session I die. That's a 2.
That's 2.
Nat 1. Yeah, nat 1.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything too important. There's like a large barrel near one of these enormous mussel seats, and it's just like overflowing with shucked clams.
You just seen better rooms.
I have an idea if nobody else has something right now.
Oh yeah, go for it.
You said there's a window.
Yep.
I
window
want to stick
overlooking the
my
vortex.
head out the window and look left and right and see if there's any more windows.
It's not an openable window. It's just like a giant pane of crystal glass.
Oh, it's not like open to the outside.
Yes, but if you do go and look out this window, it does overlook the vortex that you guys fell down, and you can see 3 other windows. One of them covered in fog.
You said this window's made out of glass.
Crystal. Yeah, you kind of tap on it and it seems incredibly sturdy.
Dang.
I guess what my ego says.
There's nothing magical in this room.
Yep, I was just about to say there is
Okay.
nothing magical.
Our friendship is magical.
Look, that always lights up under detect magic. So I can try to charm the guard on the outside as well. I will then just be very limited in any confrontation that may happen.
Okay, it's a possibility.
It's-
It's an option.
I don't know what else to do other than one of us having to go to the bathroom and potentially losing that guard.
Baka, sorry.
Yes.
So the window, is there a window sill?
Yeah,
The
there's like
cr-
a little place.
The
to sit.
crystal doesn't take up the whole window, right? Is there like a little bit of
Well,
sill
it's
on
like
the other
embedded
side?
into the walls. On the opposite side
Yeah.
of the
The outside.
yeah, there's like a little bit of a sill around the whole thing just to keep the water from directly hitting the.
I could
Wait,
misty step through that crystal and then use my amazing climbing abilities to scuffle my way to a window.
I will say you'll be climbing through the water falling.
Oh,
Because
okay.
the water falling covers the walls.
Got it. Okay.
if we want the window idea, I could do it myself.
I don't know. Like, how are the rest of us going to get through then?
Well, it's just purely for scouting to see what the other windows are. The fog one, maybe. See what's in there.
4 scale, because again, you're overlooking the vortex that you fell into. The window opposite you is, let's see, how far away is it? It says somewhere how wide this vortex is. 180 feet.
Ugh.
To the opposite one, and then there's one on either side as well. Those won't be as far, but still like 90 feet to each of those windows.
I feel like I could. Do you think I could climb the wall over there though?
If you think you can withstand the water falling from the maelstrom that took your ship down to the bottom of the sinkhole,
Maybe.
maybe. It's always possible.
Let's at least wait until Huey does some scouting up here to see if there's anything else he can see.
All right, I'll tell you what I see.
Okay, great.
There's a storage room. There's a very nice bedroom. I sat in the bed for a moment. And then there's also, of course, looks like another storage room. Actually, no, wait, sorry. This is the royal bathroom. And then there's a tunnel full of crabs and more giants. And it's filled with water.
Were there any other doorways out of the bedroom besides to the bathroom?
No. In fact, the bathroom's not even connected to the bedroom. Is that weird?
Not particularly.
It's almost like they don't make bathrooms in this game unless it's to be funny. And you gotta kind of make up where the bathrooms are.
And then there's the room full of fog.
No, that's on the opposite side of you. I can't get to the other rooms on this top floor.
Oh.
Do you think if we go down that tunnel you spoke of with all the giants and such, would that lead the direction of the fog?
I don't know. I didn't go too deep. I could go all the way down if you want.
Yes. Turn into a crab so you can swim.
Peep, 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 pinch, 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 pinch. In the back of Benjamin's mind, all he hears.
Yeah. So, like, are we to assume then that this third level is kind of like sectioned off, like you can't get all the way around?
Seems so. At least this one is for sure.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, like, we have an hour. It sucks to do it, but like Benjamin would want to wait until Huey at least scouts that passageway.
Yeah, you wait.
Oh, I was gonna knock on the door.
The door opens. Yes.
What's that?
Your doctor's
I just point to the foggy room. What's that?
Give me persuasion, just because you're not the one that charmed him. He's not gonna like turn against you, but he does not tell you.
That is a 16.
Oh, that's one of the princess's bedrooms.
Oh. Okay. I'll stay away from there. Don't wanna.
Yes, please do. You don't have a meeting with her?
No. Well.
No, we were supposed to speak to the queen directly.
All right. Yes, we're liaisons from Neverwinter. Close the door.
God, these fucking pirates.
So now we know what that room
pirates.
is, if we believe them.
In the back of your mind, Benjamin, you're still hearing the cookie, and then all of a sudden you hear, ah!
Is he
Current.
alive?
I think he just got flushed. Oh wait, I didn't know that happened though.
I'm still alive.
I'm gonna look through his eyes. Where are you?
He's just floating in the open ocean.
Oh, okay. I'll
Just spinning a little bit.
resummon him. I don't think, unless it's in their bedroom. But I'm assuming Huey didn't see anything. It might be in the third section, because we have like the queen's, like the king and queen's quarters seems to be here. Then we have the section where probably the princess's his bedrooms are, and then we have a third kind of unknown section.
So who do we assume has the totem? Like the power?
Well, I would assume King Craig.
Right.
Dasha did say that it was here. Right? I'm not making that up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just try to think like where's the safest place you might keep something like that, but also sort of prideful. I don't know. Or like he had, what was it, a dragon turtle or something that he...
Mm-hmm.
Like, do you think his dragon turtle guards it?
We're in trouble if that's guarding it.
As we were walking by the octopus,
Mm-hmm.
could I roll a perception to see if it had it?
Hey.
That's a good point, though, dude. Like,
That is a dirty 20.
Hey, not see a totem on the octopus.
Okay. Because, like, personally, I don't think they would hide it since they're in Maelstrom. I feel like they're prideful about it.
Okay, because I'm not sure if it is in this area. So I'm going to try to see if our friends will give us a short tour of the rest of Maelstrom while we're waiting. Obviously, we would not want to go into private bedchambers, but just to see the sights, the wonderful palace, all that nonsense. Okay, I'll walk up to the door, knock on it. Excuse me. Oh, yes.
Before you do, I'm gonna summon my Echo, have him hide behind one of the shell chairs. Just in case.
All right, give me a stealth check.
Oh crap. It's oh wait, I have disadvantage, so
Oh Lord.
Don't do this with disadvantage. Just do it flat.
oh flat. Well, the first roll was a 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you summon your echo, and it kind of just, as Benjamin's knocking on the door, and it appears as one without legs, and instead of just floating like it did before, it just on its back outside of the clam, and the door opens. Oh, your weakest knocker your knock is weaker than the others.
Indeed.
Why do you have a weird spectral guy laying on the floor there?
Oh, it's a bit of entertainment for us. It's just an illusion.
Small folk are weird.
Oh. Damn, okay.
Look. The queen is going to be a bit. She is occupied with other things, as she is to be. While we have a little bit of time, would you be able to give us a tour of Maelstrom? It seems to be quite magnificent. Obviously, we would not go pry into places we should not be, but there feels like there's so much to see while we are waiting for the queen to arrive.
Oh, do you want us to call for her?
No, she spoke to us and said that it would be a bit to just
right,
occupy ourselves.
Yeah, if you want to go on a tour, where do you want to go first?
What is there to see? I'm sure in a palace this magnificent, there are many fine sights and rooms to enjoy.
Oh, well, get on. They'll both kneel down, put their hand down.
Get on the hand.
Puppies. Do they have clammy hands?
Yes.
No.
They smell like clams too.
No.
They lift you up and begin walking down the stairs, and begin taking you on this tour of Maelstrom. First, though, like as they're in this main hall with the one guard, or the magnificent hall with the one guard, like, oh, this is the king and queen's bedchambers are up here, as you know, and the den you were just in. That's where the king and queen will either watch the ships fall in, or they'll go about talking with guests. Only important ones, though. Most of the time, they just talk to them in the throne room.
Throne room sounds lovely. Could we go see that?
Yeah, so we'll make our way through on our way around. If you want to go to the second floor or the first floor?
I mean, what is there to see on each?
Well, the first floor you can see the princess's whales.
Perhaps we'll circle back to those at the end as a little treat.
All right, let's go to the second floor then. They head down to the second floor to this room you were just in. The octopuses begin playing again. Well, this is the orchestral hall. This is where entertainment is had for guests. not too long ago, all of the main giant leaders were here for a show and speaking with the king and queen. And that tunnel leads outside, that water tunnel.
I'm sure that was quite grand to have all the giant leaders here.
Yes, quite grand indeed, as all things are in Maelstrom. And this way, they begin walking to what would have been to your right as you came up the other staircase. And they open these large doors with like coral built growing out of it, and bioluminescent organisms. They open it. This is another room with a water feature in the center of it. So many pages. As they also actually, sorry. Oh no, this is fine. This is fine. And you see a large throne room here. On the far side of the room is how many are there? Five thrones. And one is incredibly large and surrounded by like pieces of shipwreck and coral. And the others kind of sit in front of that throne and all of its ordainments. And the giants speak. So this is our throne room. Of course, that main part, the main throne, is temporary. It comes and goes as needed, as it were. Yeah, that's the throne room. What do you think?
Just as a note, I do have detect magic up this entire time. Still. What were you gonna say, Grizz?
Is there a story to this throne? You know, I've been to many kingdoms and many throne rooms, and there's often stories tied to their thrones.
Well, this throne is, like I said, it's temporary, and that's because it's on the back of the ancient dragon turtle. It's resting beneath our feet right now.
Oh, yes.
So yeah, this whole wall backs away. There's like a cavern behind it that the turtle swims into. It's pretty cool.
I, for one, am a huge fan of giant sea creatures and all sorts of animals. I've got a sort of soft spot for them. Perhaps next on our tour, you could show us the dragon turtle.
Well, there's not really a way to get to him outside of waking him up and making him move. Because if you were on that throne, you're on its back right now.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you said that real throne is not here right now.
Oh no, that's the real throne. It just doesn't stay here all the time.
I see. I was confused.
Right. Yes. Sorry, I spoke weird. I don't know what small folk understand.
I don't understand much, to be honest with you.
Oh, fair enough.
Could we get a closer look at the throne?
I don't know. I don't want to make the turtle angry. You might think the king's here and start waking up.
As close as is respectful.
All right, well, just for you. They step a little bit closer.
Truly appreciate it. I'm trying to, if at all possible, get it within my detect magic range. So that's 30 feet. I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah, you get some. You don't get all of it, but you get some of it, like some of the coral and the shipwreck pieces. Like there's masts and the big pointy part at the front and all that stuff. And you see it like it begins pinging and lighting up with different enchantment spells.
Interesting. Okay. Lovely.
Yes, quite.
I'm gonna.
Yes, quite. I said.
I'm going to have Huey start like crawling around in his rat form on that. Like once we exit, like looking around in there to see if he sees anything. He's not allowed to touch anything that looks like a totem.
With Huey's shape-shifting, how quick is that?
It's an action.
Action? Okay, cool. Perfect. Yeah, you begin walking back out the doors that you came through, and Huey begins sifting around in the coral in the shipwrecks pieces. And you continue on with your tour back through the room with the octopus playing the organ, and head into the next space on the what would have been the left as you entered that room. As you walk in, you can see that this is a kitchen area where storm giants are preparing food. You can see 2 mussel shell tables and 4 large anemones sitting along the wall that some of the giants will go over and touch and then grab things and pull out of in between the tentacles, different pieces of food and things as they continue to prepare. This is our kitchen, getting food ready for guests at all times or for the guards or anything of the like.
Very interesting, very interesting. Looks like
Thank
it's being
you.
run very well.
Yes, I don't run it, but thank you.
Even though they are charmed by me, I am still trying to butter up these guards.
As you continue on, the hallway splits in 2, and the guards will ask, how's your water breathing?
I am all right, but I think it'd be better if most of my companions stayed back from that.
Oh, well, the room I was thinking about is just a guard. So it's not a huge deal. That way.
Did you?
There's probably people
Guard
sleeping.
room or garden
Yeah, there's
room?
Guard, like where
Guard.
guards stay. They're probably just on their break sleeping, so it's not a huge interest. We'll just continue forward. Kind of walk through a storage area where you can see a bunch of crates. You see anemones, but not. They seem to be fine outside the water as well.
Mm-hmm.
And continue past there, through the hall. You pass by one hallway, don't go down it, and enter another space.
What's down that hallway?
Oh, well, that's the captain's chambers.
The captain of the guard?
Yeah.
Interesting.
The guy, the one you met upstairs.
Oh, I see. I
Yeah,
understand.
that's where he sleeps. Yeah, you don't want to go in there. It's nothing interesting anyway.
So what makes him captain over you two? You seem very capable yourselves.
Well, I appreciate that, but he's worked long and hard for the king and queen to be promoted to his status. Maybe someday we'll get there.
I've gotten many accolades. I used to, before doing all this, I used to be a princess guard myself,
Oh, really?
I got many rewards and accolades doing such work. Is there do you have customs that are similar?
I mean, yeah, we get praise for doing our job well, if that's what you're asking.
No, like in my place we had this very sacred artifact that, me being the top guard, I was honored with keeping. I didn't know if, it was like a part of, like, other guards would get jealous of me.
Do a persuasion.
I let it get to my head, and I can understand why people hated me back then. Sorry, persuasion. That would be one. Pull my calculator because I'm that bad. A 25.
A 25.
Dang.
I mean, there's important treasures in Maelstrom. We're not privy to. I mean, sometimes if they don't have enough guards, they're like, I watch this room or whatever. but we're mostly in charge of the king and queen's chambers. That's the staircase that goes straight up to the king and queen. Plus the throne room doors are in there. It's pretty important work.
I see. So what I was just wondering if, like, you know, the head honcho guard got special trinkets for his station.
Oh no, he does, like, he gets paid well and like cool weapons and armor, but nothing too crazy.
His weapons and armor were pretty neat.
They were pretty. I get it. All right, let's continue forward.
I was trying to figure out a way to figure out if that
No,
dude
no,
had it.
I get to what you were doing. It was
No,
pretty good try.
I was gonna be angling for this too, and you opened up a pathway for me to ask things later. This was good. This was useful.
How long do we think it relatively has been? Because we've kind of been touring a castle.
I'll say, actually, you know what I'll say? Give me a D6 roll.
Oh Lord. I don't love that. 5.
5. It's been 30 minutes. 30 was the most that it could be. So it's been 30 minutes since you've charmed him.
Okay.
On here, as you enter another with, let me get a better description than what the hell they're gonna say. The central feature of this air-filled chamber is a semi-circular basin about 20 feet in diameter and 10 feet deep in the middle. Fresh water fills that basin. The raised stone lip surrounds the pool about 5 feet high and equally thick. Your detect magic would give off that it is divination magic on this pool. There is also a northwest wall with a giant-sized secret door set into it. Oh, sorry, secret door. Kelborn would have seen it. It's because his passive perception tied up. But Kelborn, you do see that there's like a thin line on the northwest wall that appears to be some kind of door.
Yeah, in the spores. Secret door over there. To the whatever side you said, DM.
Yeah, northwest. It would be to your guys' right, the way you're coming from.
Right.
And then there will be a staircase directly in front of you leading down.
Secret door.
Is the this is the Queen's scrying chambers. This is where her and the princesses work on their arcane knowledges.
Interesting.
Cool. It is very interesting. I don't get it myself. I just swing my sword when I need to. Throw some lightning bolts, you know, the old sword giant stick.
Read.
Of course. This Benjamin's aware of the time and like how long this tour is taking. Now I know we're getting short on time, but I know we cannot go inside. But could we see there where? It's just so interesting to know where secrets are being kept. You had mentioned they have powerful artifacts secreted away that you sometimes guard.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Yes. Well, let me make sure I'm going the right way. Well, there's like a super secret one. I probably shouldn't take you to, but you guys are being pretty sweet. So we aren't going to go to the armory because maybe the queen will be back by then, but we're going to go to this room actually right in front of us here. Those of you that want to go in, you might need to hold your breath if you can't breathe water. It is under. Or we could go to the library. What do you want to see?
I mean, if you're offering, I would love to see the super secret room. I'm fine going underwater myself. The others could possibly wait outside here.
I can hold my breath for a long time, mate. All right, well, let's decide who wants to go in the room.
I can go in the room.
I kind of spores. Is it worth us drinking our potions, Siegfried? And to the rest of the group, I kind of...
I give a spore shrug. It's up to you.
Do have 2 of them.
We have one each, right? You
I thought
know,
we had 2 each.
I'll wait here.
Maybe just 1 each. I'll
All right.
wait here as well.
All right. The crew and Kelborn, Siegfried, and the Owlbear stay behind while Kelborn and Benjamin go in to this next room. As you
Question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Where did the giants end up in this?
one of them is holding all of you, and the other is those two.
Okay. So we have 1 and 1.
Yeah, you kind of passed people off that weren't coming with.
Okay.
As you begin to descend into this room, the submerged chamber has a 50-foot high pyramid ceiling with walls that taper inward, beginning at a height of 30 feet. Bioluminescent jellyfish dimly illuminate a 40-foot tall statue of a storm giant standing in the middle of the room. You can see he is imperious, with bare-chested, with a foamy beard, a sharp trident, and lower body transformed into a giant wave. This is all carved from stone. The walls of the temple are etched with images of storm giants riding whales, battling dragon turtles, and blowing conch shells to summon giant crabs, giant octopi, manta rays, and schools of fish. You also see starfish and sea urchins clinging to the walls and congregating around the base of the statue. You can see you hear as the storm giant talks underwater. This is the temple of Astronomus. It's got very special things hidden inside.
He said a special thing is hidden inside?
Special things are hidden inside, yes.
Okay.
Within, if you will.
Could I take I mean, it's such a beautiful room, and I'd love to get a closer look, but I can swim quite well. Is it all right if I take a lap around the room, so to speak?
All right, but I gotta keep an eye on you.
Of course. I'm truly just going to make a lap around this room with detect magic up, being like, what is in here? Probably going to the statue first. I'm hoping the totem's like around his neck situation.
You do not get any magic pings.
Okay. Can I also, as part of that, be looking for like secret compartments?
Give me a perception check.
Could I also roll?
You can either do a perception or give advantage.
What's your perception?
+4.
I'll give him advantage.
All right.
Okay. 22.
22. As you look amongst the starfish and sea urchin that are like crowding around the base of the statue, you see you see marks on the rough floor, suggesting that the statue has been moved.
Is there anything big that a person could possibly hide behind?
Statue.
Statue? Could I summon my echo behind the statue? Out of the line of sight of the giant?
If you give me another stealth check. Flat roll.
I mean, if anything, I just de-summon it as he's walking over there.
Mm-hmm.
Flat roll. That is a 19.
All right, yeah, you summon this drowned echo behind the statue.
Okay.
What's the play here? This is through spores.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I can grab the totem in cloth. If it is here, I can grab it as we're waiting inside the den, and I can teleport back with the echo.
Does that work? Can you take things with you?
I mean, I've been taking my.
I guess. How far can you do that?
There's only a range in when a summon range for my echo. The teleportation, it doesn't tell me a range.
I think if you get far enough away from the echo, though, it dissipates.
Does it?
Yeah, if your echo is ever more than 30 feet away from you, then your turn is destroyed.
What if I hide right now?
Unless it gets better when you level up, but I don't think it does. Oh wait, no. If you're 7th level, it does. Are you 7th level in fighter?
Yeah. No.
Then no. When you get to 7th level, you can get 1,000 feet away from it.
Holy.
Let me know if it looks promising, because I might do a plan to get to that secret door and see what might be in there if not.
Well, we're in the secret door.
Oh, wait. Okay.
No,
sorry.
you're not in the secret door.
Ah, okay.
There is a secret door in the room that Kelborn and Siegfried are in. This was just walking.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
this room is something you can just walk into. There is still a secret door in the room Kelborn and Siegfried.
Fuck. We could. Ugh, I don't love that plan. It's like I'm trying to get you guys alone in that room without the storm giant, which is going to be difficult. The only thing I can think of is because the pirates can hold their breath to tell say to the giant or to the pirates that, or to the sailors, to ask the giant to bring them to the other room and that you guys will just wait for them in.
Oh, I was just gonna have them ask to go to the bathroom.
That works too. Yeah, go for that.
I don't want to interrupt what you guys are doing.
I don't know what now I don't know what we're gonna do because I don't know which one is going to have.
Okay, if you want, we can do a little swappy.
Yeah.
I don't even know if this is gonna work anyways. I try and nudge the captain and kind of whisper in a moment, you should ask to use the restroom.
I got you, mate. Winks with both eyes.
Okay. Do you mind putting us down for a moment so I can stretch me legs?
Aye, but take me and the boys to the bathroom. Do a persuasion check.
Also, is it too late to join my friends in the other room if I drink my water breathing potion?
It's a bet.
Wait, was it deception or persuasion?
Either or.
Okay, I want to re-roll with my advantage then.
Okay.
Because it was a nat 1. Okay, that's a lot better then. That is a 21 total.
Dang.
Oh yeah, if you want to drink your water breathing potions and head in, I can bring the others to the bathroom.
Wonderful. I'll just kind of wait for them to let us down.
Yep, sets you and Siegfried down.
I pull out a potion, I'm just gonna pull out a potion of healing. And I am actually gonna drink it because I need some anyways. It's not bad. I heal for 9.
I will do the same thing actually.
All right. As you begin drinking your potions, the other giant begin carrying them away. Aye, so let's bring me to the fanciest bathroom you can, mate. It's gonna be a while.
As soon as I turn the corner, I'm heading to the secret door.
All right.
With Siegfried, hopefully.
You head over to the secret door. and you can feel like you can walk up to it and you see where the door is. Now it's just opening it.
I mean, looking at it, what's the open method look like? I assume it's locked.
It looks like a push.
Push. Sorry, guys. Oh, wow. Usually mute for that. Do you want to help me push, Siegfried?
I'll try my best. You said it looks like it's locked or it's not locked?
You're not sure yet.
Can I try to use thaumaturgy to assist with this?
Read me what thaumaturgy does.
Yeah, is it loud? I always think that. I just
There's like
assume.
different things of it. I think one of them does help because I remember this happening in Rime, but just reread it for me to be sure.
You instantaneously cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut.
You can give him advantage with this, yes.
Okay.
Cool.
Boom boom.
Hand on shoulder.
Did we say athletics?
Yes.
21.
21. You begin to push open this door as it grinds along the floor, revealing 2 more doors.
Okay, what are these doors? What are we looking at?
They're both they look a lot like the doors that you saw downstairs, but like a lot more of like this very fancy coral and bioluminescent things growing off of it. But they do have handles on them. They aren't like the secret doors just flush with the wall. They do seem like the doors that you've seen prior.
Okay. From the inside, does there look like there's an easier way to shut the secret door? Like a lever or something?
There's like a recess to be able to grab it and pull it because you would pull it in from the side. But other than that, no.
If I think it'll be easy, like relatively easy to like shut it and then reopen it from this side, I will.
It would be
shut
hard
it.
to reopen from this side because
okay.
the recess to grab it is 13 feet up.
Gotcha. Okay. So in that case, never mind. We'll leave it open. Should we split up or just pick one?
I think I would prefer to stay together.
Okay. Always go left. Pick the left door, whatever door's on the left.
All right, how are you opening the handle?
Oh boy. How high up is that handle?
13 feet.
I mean, do I think if I use my climbing speed, get up there and get big, I might be able to try or no?
If you did that, it would unlatch it. You would just have to have somebody push it open while you were holding onto it to unlatch it. Which you're the push open door guy. So if you believe in Siegfried's athletics, you could do that.
Right, so you're saying it has to be done all in one motion?
Yep.
Darn. Oh, any ideas, Siegfried? We're at a bit of an impasse here.
Do you think you could fly up there?
I cannot fly because I can only do that once. And during our big fight there, I happened to use that.
The fight was a few days ago, so you would have long rested.
Oh,
You just,
dude,
you only lost health from falling is the only thing.
Oh, dude, okay. I went through and I was like, oh, when I leveled up, all my stuff got cleared besides my HP. So, okay, cool. That's good to hear.
How long can you fly for though?
It's probably like a minute. It might an hour maybe. Let me look. Let me think. Finksay,
What?
how long can I fly with your pixie dust? I'm looking it up. 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Finksay.
You're welcome.
Enough time to open that door, I suppose.
We should probably open the other door too then, don't you think?
Hey, yep, smart. Okay, I'll Finksay, do your magic.
It's on you.
Okay. Yeah, that's gross. And then I start, floating upward. I'm gonna grab the door handle.
Okay, give me athletics. Because you're flying, you're able to push at the same time as you unlatch it.
Wonderful. I'm gonna.
still use Comet Virtue with this too.
Yep, you can give him advantage with it.
Let's do it. That's a 20 total.
That'll open it.
Let's
You
go.
open this one on the left first, and inside of it, you see this room has a giant muscle-sized table, muscle shell table, and a large barrel that seems to be used as a stool. High shelves made from the hull of a sunken ship stand against one of the walls. The shelves are lined with trinkets. Lined with trinkets.
Lined with trinkets, dude. Oh no. All right. Quickly fly over to the other door.
All right, you fly over to the other door. Give me another athletics with advantage.
Nat 20 for a 29.
Nat 20, you open this door and it leads to a staircase that, of course, goes up and down.
Okay. All right. I say we go into the trinket room first, since that's, quick, easy. We look around, grab whatever looks. But be careful not to touch the totem. If it. See?
Right. Yeah.
All right, as they begin to look over the trinkets, what are the other two of you doing?
I don't know if Kyle's here. Kyle, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't have your video.
Yeah.
Make sure you didn't have to walk and step aside.
I'm here. I'm here.
Do we want to? The only suggestion I have is incredibly stupid, and that is to just try to move the statue and just accept the consequences of what the guard's going to do, even if that means a fight. That's incredibly stupid, though.
How much time? I know how strong I am. Do you think I can push? Do you think I can tell? Fuck it, we're pushing it.
Okay.
Okay, we just going for it?
I'm going to
finesse to this.
I am going to try to do my best to swim over to the guard and try to get him to turn so he's not looking directly at the statue, so that hopefully he doesn't notice. I don't know if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try hold a conversation and try to get him to not be facing the statue.
All right. What is the spell you've used on him, by the way, just so I know? Now it's
Charm Monster. I can read it out to you. So it is fails to save. It's charmed by me until the spell ends, or until me or my companions do anything harmful to it. Charmed creature is friendly to you. When the spell ends, the creature knows it's charmed by you, but it won't because I use my keepsake.
There we go. Yeah, he'll turn. What are you saying to him?
I'll go over to one of the mosaics or whatever, the paintings, and is there this is all so well done. Is there any are these just slice of life depictions? Is there any religious significance? Bullshitting about what's painted on the walls.
Yeah, he'll begin describing these great battles that storm giants have had over the ages. Now, Kevhorn, give me a athletics check and a stealth with disadvantage.
Could the stealth be flat because I'm distracting the guard?
Give me persuasion first.
Okay. 26 persuasion.
Okay, yes. The stealth roll will be flat then.
Could my echo help me in some type of way with this? Since he is here.
I would give you advantage on the athletics with your echo.
Okay. I'll take it.
Oh, this is so stupid. We're so stupid for doing this. Why did we go together?
We're both the water boys.
I know. Normally we have Grizz to counter out our stupid plans. Or I'm the one not making stupid plans.
I mean, let's go with the easy one first. Let's go. Let's take athletics out of the way.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. I can't count. The 28 for athletics.
Okay. Being
No,
pushing it.
the stealth. No, the stealth. Oh, fuck me.
What'd you get, buddy? What'd you get, baby
I'm
boy?
scared. I'm like rolling it around in my hands. I don't want to stop rolling. I'm stressed. Wait.
It's too late.
No. I'm gonna use my inspiration on this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now the second roll. I mean, it's not terrible. 16.
Okay.
You begin sliding the statue. As you do so, it kind of scrapes for a second. The storm giant begins to turn to look, but Benjamin regains his attention as you slide the statue off of this 15-foot hole in the ground that descends deeper in. It is also flooded.
I'm just like the entire time in spores. Now to just Kevhorn. I'm like, just go.
I'm gonna leave my echo behind the statue out of line of sight of the giant. But I'm myself, I'm gonna go down.
All right. You begin descending. Siegfried and Kelborn, you are looking over these trinkets in this room.
Mm-hmm.
As you look over the trinkets on this shipwreck shelf, you see a large golden apparatus. It looks very strange. It's got like a lot of pieces to it, a lot of circular metal pieces. You can kind of see, it looks like there's celestial bodies on there, like some kind of star shapes and
It's like
things.
a star chart or something.
Kind of, yeah. It's made out of gold. It's about, well, it's not huge. It's actually pretty small. It's actually small for you guys too. And then alongside of it, there are a lot of other like fragments and bits of machinery and metal pieces on this shelf.
Okay, I'm just gonna take the bag of holding and like put it over and then tighten it.
Okay.
I don't think that's the totem, but just in case.
Yeah, you begin gathering up all this scrap as Kevhorn begins to descend deeper down into this tunnel. And as he continues on into darkness, that's where we'll end the session.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. Our group is split into 3 now, well, technically 4 with the sailors. And we'll see what comes of it next time. So, thank you guys so much for joining us, and let's keep making stories together.